one last thing before we get into today's episode. A lot of people ask how they can support the podcast. Well, I have a couple easy ways. The first way is just listen and subscribe. And another thing you can do is go follow the Roughnecks podcast on social media. We're on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube as well. If you get something out of today's show, then do me a favor, share it with a friend. If you really want to go above and beyond to support the podcast, then head over to roughneckspodcast.com and get you some of that merch. I appreciate all of the support, but let's get into today's episode. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Roughnecks Podcast. This is episode 116, which means we are on to Hold My Beer number 4, I believe is what it is. I'm going to double check that, but I believe this is Hold My Beer number 4. And I have yes, this is Hold My Beer number 4. I have a returning guest for the third or fourth time.
Fourth.
Is it the fourth time?
Yep.
What other episodes? I know you've done one guest, two guests.
I've done 3 guests.
3 guest episodes.
Yep.
CalScott
How's it going?
for the 4th time.
For the 4th time.
Second time in person.
Second time in person. Yes, that's correct. I've done 2 over Zoom and 2 over in person. Yeah, so it's been fun, Just here about a month ago and ready to get back after it.
Well, see, we were just talking. It was actually over a month ago. Well, yeah, about a month and a half. It was May 23rd. Oh, I just kicked over. Good thing those were open.
Yep.
To kick off these episodes, though, I won't make you give a background. If you want a background, go listen to Scott's old episodes. We'll kind of get into some of the other stuff.
Yeah. Just, same old, same old. I do work for Coco, so if your parents need knives, let me know.
We'll get into that. We'll get into it.
Okay, never mind.
But to kick off these episodes, what are you drinking?
I got a Cider Boys over there. I got some IPA right here. I don't know.
I don't even know what it is.
No, I'm not gonna. I can't drink too heavily.
Yeah, I know. But me, I got the old Bush apple.
Bush apple's pretty good.
I mean, I didn't like it when it first came out, but anymore, this is the last summer they're doing it.
Wait, what?
They're getting rid of it, which I don't know why, because it's such a good seller for them.
That's
They're probably gonna come out with like a Bush peach or something.
They are. Actually, they are. My brother told me the other day.
They need to do like a Bush green apple.
Ew. No.
Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah.
I think I'd rather drink just regular Bush than Bush green apple.
Either way, Bush needs to sponsor me.
But they're coming out with some type of citrus flavor. It's like a peach or I think it might be peach.
Why do they gotta ruin a Bush? What's wrong with the regular Bush?
Well, a lot of people like flavoring now. I mean, it's kind of with the seltzers and all that. That's why they started that.
Whatever. I'm not a big seltzer person.
I know.
I'm a very big Bush person. I don't know anymore. I've been getting into a little more IPAs. I had some Voodoos. I got the Sam Adams. I guess it's not really an IPA, but the Sam Adams count as an IPA? They're like 5%, I think. So probably not.
Sam Adams. I think it's a lager, isn't it?
I don't know. I got the Sam Adams Summer Squeeze pack. It's like a variety pack. It's got like 4 different flavors of beer, but those aren't bad. I've been switching it up a little bit lately, but I will always go back to the trusty Bush.
Yeah, I threw up off of Blue Moon one time and never again. So there's my background story.
Did you have the orange in it?
Yeah, Hannah was actually with me. We went to a bowling alley. We weren't even dating. We went to a bowling alley and I wasn't with Hannah. I didn't meet her there, or I didn't mean to meet her there. We just kind of we're in the same friend group at the moment.
Mm.
And I had 2 pictures of Blue Moon, and and she didn't want a drink, so I had her drink, and then that's the rest is history.
Rough night.
Oh, it was $5 pitcher night at the bowling alley. So
that's a pretty good deal.
Yeah, you're telling me
$5 pitcher night. I mean, usually what's the pitcher usually cost anymore?
I don't know. I don't get pitchers, dude.
I don't know. I got one pitcher one time. At what is it? Tequilaville. You ever been to Tequilaville right here in off Country Club?
Nope.
Right off. It's literally right off
I've
16. Right by. It's right across the street from Roadhouse.
Oh, okay, yeah.
By
No,
City
I've heard
Barbecue.
about Tequilaville. When I was driving for Amazon, the radio station would advertise it heavily.
Oh yeah.
So I know of Tequilaville. I have never been there though.
Food is definitely good. I mean, it's a Mexican restaurant, obviously. Food's good. And I went in there and got a pitcher of beer, and I don't remember how much it was, but Sierra got what they call a fishbowl margarita.
Oh yeah.
It's like that big around,
Mhm.
and for those of you who can't see it, it's literally probably like got a 6-inch radius on it, and or 6-inch diameter. Radius is halfway, right?
Yeah, so it'd be about 3 inches. So
It's probably a 3-inch radius.
Why don't
whatever.
you just go and just whip it out and just give them?
Well, we're not talking about that.
Oh. just give the fans what they want.
Oh, that's not what they want. They do not want that.
Just kidding.
But they got one of those, and then they also have the Marg Towers too. So, yeah, we went for a friend's birthday one time, and I was just drinking Bud Light. I'm not a big margarita guy. And I watched her friends, I think, down like 3 or 4 of those fucking Marg Towers. I mean, there was like 8 of them. But they freaking downed them fast.
I was say I thought it was individually. I was like, they weren't walking out of there, dude.
No, I'd have been driving every one of them home at that point.
I don't think they would have made it to the car.
No.
It would have been an ambulance.
Because they make their margaritas pretty good. I'm pretty sure when they do the Marg Towers though, they kind of skimp a little bit. I mean, what do you expect? People they're just getting their money's worth. But the fishbowl, Sierra took one drink, looked at me, and said, "You're driving home." And I was like, "Whatever, we'll see." Because I had a pitcher of beer, so I was like, "We'll see."
We'll see.
And I took a drink of hers, and I was like, "Oh, I'm driving home." It like kind of tasted like I was taking a shot.
Oh.
It was a good one though. She drank that whole thing. Wow. She was definitely bubbly that night. Bubbly. Those cider boys are pretty good. Which one is that? The apple.
The Grand Mimosa.
And Mimosa.
It's like an apple orange hard cider. I don't know.
I haven't had that one. I've had what is it? The apple strawberry one.
There's a grape one.
Yeah, Sierra likes them too.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Yeah, I can only drink a few of those, and then my stomach starts.
Why I brought one.
That's kind of like the same thing with the bush apple. My stomach, after a while, will start hurting because too sweet. And
that's why I like White Claws. They're not sweet.
Yeah, I can't do White Claws.
They're not sweet.
They don't have any taste.
The fuck?
I don't think they have taste at all.
They have taste?
No.
Whatever.
So, Cutco.
Oh god.
So we went from Amazon to Cutco. So what was the transition like? Why did you decide to make the flip?
Well, I was mainly investing in myself. I wanted to get more experience in the business world communications. I had poor communication skills, but now I've made over probably close to 100 calls since I've started with them. So in a month, I've made over 100 calls to clients and customers. So I have to make my own leads, which is very tough. So at the end of every demo, I ask all of my customers, "Hey, who do you think will, be interested?" Toughest part, because I know they probably feel uncomfortable. I feel uncomfortable, but
especially when you know them.
When you know them, it's easier. When you don't know them, it's a little bit tougher.
I mean, that's kind of like the podcast. Like when you know somebody that I'm recording with,
it's kind of like a podcast.
You can have more of a conversation. But if you don't know someone, you're almost afraid to ask some things or afraid to push this way. Yeah,
it's very similar to your podcast because I'm talking to random people now since I've already done my whole family, which was in the first weekend. So, but hold on,
I gotta come up with some new Dante. I gotta play you once we're done. I gotta play you. Dante's been making some new music for Hold My Beer.
Sounds good. But anyway, Cutco. I mean, we sell all sets, all type of knife sets, individual knives, bunch of other stuff. It's kind of cool. There's hunting knives, but they're
really?
They're
okay.
But yeah, I mean,
so you're selling knives now?
Yeah, I mean,
you're gonna continue doing that when you go back to school, or is it just?
Yeah, See, I could pay $20 per demo. So I mean,
yeah, it's almost like something you can just do for fun and like.
Yeah,
it's a resume booster.
It's a resume booster, and it's kind of fun. I get to make my own hours.
Hell, $20 right there. That's a case beer.
Exactly. But when I go back to school, I'll be substitute teaching, and I'll probably do like 4 demos a week, so 1 each night, if that. It's gonna be kind of tough, but since I do make a higher commission now, I mean, if I sell one of our sets, I make $400 right there. Yeah.
How much does a set cost though?
So a set. So our basic set is our homemaker, and that's $14.19. Why are you making that sound? But right now it's on sale. So
for how much?
I think it's on sale for $12.24. It's our July 4th sale, but yeah, it's. I mean, here's the thing. So let me tell you something. So these knives are forever guaranteed. You'll never have to buy another knife in your entire life. We sharpen them, we replace them. If anything happens to these knives, other than if they get lost, we'll get them sharpened. We'll replace them, or we'll fix them up to make sure that they look
that
new.
Money back guarantee type shit. Not like money back, but like they keep that warranty on them.
Yeah.
Forever.
So like let's say you had a kid, and you bought knives from me, and your kid grew up, and you decide, I don't need these knives anymore. I don't cook. I want to pass them down to my son, but they're beat up. Okay. Well, I'm going to pass them down to my son, and my son he's able to return them, no questions asked, and he can get all of them sharpened, replaced, or fixed for free.
That's sweet.
Yeah. So, I mean, it is expensive, but like
in the long run,
it is totally
never
worth
have
it.
To buy knives again.
I talked to a lady that had her set for 35 years. She sharpened them once and has replaced maybe 2 of them.
Hell yeah.
So I mean, they're worth it. I mean, yeah, I know.
How many knives are like in that set?
10. So you get 10 regular knives and then 10 or 8 table knives.
Okay.
So you get what we call our paring knife, our trimmer, our butcher knife, our spatula spreader, petite carver, turning fork, master carving set. So it's another fork and a knife. So there's 8 right there.
Plus 10 table knives.
Oh yeah, then the 8 table knives, and there's one more that I'm forgetting. Oh yeah, and the slicer. So there's 10.
Slicer.
Yeah.
Sounds like you could slice someone's throat.
I might be missing one. Oh no, I'm still kind of new to it, so I'm still
you've
kind
only
of
been doing it for like a month, you said, right?
Yeah, so I'm actually kind of surprised I was able to name them. But I mean, I have done about 40 demos, so I mean, I should be able to name them.
Jesus, 40 demos.
And
I think that's crazy, but then I also look at like how many people I've recorded with,
Mhm.
and I'm like, it's not that hard to like
No,
rack up the conversation.
so I was kind of getting nervous like 2 weeks ago that I was afraid that I wasn't going to be able to schedule any more demos. So the hardest part in this job is getting the calling people randomly without them knowing.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to read from a script.
Cold calling.
Yes, and cold calling was whatever. But I've had some mean people. I've had people hang up on me in the middle of my script.
Well, I'm not surprised.
Like I mean,
that's me. That's me. People
no,
call me and I'll
you shouldn't
answer.
be a douchebag about it. Just be like, hey, I'm not interested. You can practice, or you just be like, hey, yeah, sure, practice your script on me. You waste 45 minutes of
45 minutes. Jesus.
You waste 45 minutes of your day listening to a kid to make $20. Okay, are you kidding me?
I mean, that's fair enough.
I know I'm a little bit older and but I mean, there's some 18, 19-year-old kids that are doing this and they're like, well, I need this money. I mean, even if you don't buy anything, I mean, you always got to respect the grind.
That's fair.
Always got to respect the grind. Because, I mean, at 18, 19 years old, do you think you would have been able to do this?
Fuck no, dude.
Fuck no.
I would look back. I don't if I would have told my 18, 19-year-old self, hey, you're going to have a podcast and you're going to be recording 116 episodes
Exactly.
after a year and so much time, almost 2 years, I'd have been like, yeah, you're full of shit.
Trust me, I tell every customer
because me and you both don't like talking to people.
I don't. I don't.
Especially.
But here's the thing. Like I've kind of overcame that in the past month. Cause I tell every customer that I talk to, I look at them straight in the eyes, and I'm like, if you would ask me to do this last year this time, I would have told no, and just kept working for Amazon. Because you gotta be able to overcome like stuff like that.
You have to get out of your comfort zone, essentially.
And this is out of my comfort zone. I want to go into sports sales, so this is a big jump for that. And plus, being an assistant manager is going to be great on my resume.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, getting out of your comfort zone is one of the hardest things to do, but one of the best things for you.
And it feels good after you do it.
Yeah, once you finally get through, but then you start to realize like it's not that bad. That's what like because I remember hell, it took me my first like 50 to 60 episodes. I was nervous. Didn't matter who it was. I'd start sweating. My thighs would always get sweaty when I'd record, and my hands, I could never stop moving. But anymore, it's just like I've done this so many times. Like it's just another conversation. So you know how to handle if things start to take a turn to where you don't want them to go, and you know how to continue the conversation when it starts to kind of lag.
Yeah,
it just takes time. Like literally, you have to practice. Even when you're doing the real thing, it's still practice.
Yeah. So that's funny that you say that. So actually, our first 10 to 15 demos had to be with our like family members. We had no other option. So that kind of helps you get comfortable with the script.
Get acquainted.
Dude, I did my script to my parents, and I sounded like an idiot because during our training we just kind of like went over it, like our manager said it, but like we didn't like really talk about it.
Yeah.
And then they would just like throw us out there. So it's basically survive on your own. Kinda. You have your managers there supporting. I've never had better managers support than I have ever anywhere other than Coco.
Really?
Coco was the best. Yeah, by far. I get texts daily. They answer every phone call. Oh, it's awesome. If you guys ever need a job, let me know, by the way.
I feel like that's a perfect college job.
It is, because you get to create your own. So during the summer,
you're getting out of your comfort zone, like we've already talked about, and like a resume booster. And especially if you're like a business oriented person, like that's what you're going into in college or something, like that's perfect.
So it's actually created for college students. This is kind
of what I figured.
I mean, like I'm kind of in it late. I wish I'd have figured this out a little bit earlier, which is all right. I mean, I'm kind of moving up kind of quick in a way. I mean, I got promoted to assistant manager within 2 weeks. I mean, some guys that sold more than me haven't even been remotely close. Or, well, I mean, they have a chance to be promoted, but they're waiting for someone else to get promoted. But luckily, I was able to get promoted.
Speaks does this too. We were just talking about that before this. Speaks been on here.
He's a dog, dude. I mean,
he had a 2-part episode, and then he
can sell.
He's just, dude. He can talk to strangers like no other.
Dude, it's like he when we were on the phone that day, he talked to me like we've been talking the past.
Like you guys have, like you guys have been best friends for the past 20 years. Yeah, that's how.
I would consider us friends. I mean, like,
it's definitely not like we all liked each other, and but he's just one of those that, like, normally when you run into somebody you haven't seen for a while, you talking to somebody, you're like, yeah, how you been?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Speaks is like, man, what's going on?
Yeah.
And you're just like, are we best friends? Yep.
Dude, we just become best friends. You were karate in the garage. Yeah.
So Speaks, I'm pretty sure listens pretty consistently too. So, but yeah, Speaks. I love Speaks. Yeah, I'll definitely need to get him back on for another episode.
Dude,
he's already been
busy.
On 3.
Dude, it took me 2 weeks to just get a freaking phone call with him.
Yeah, usually me and
we're both busy. I mean, I play summer ball, and I was working for Amazon, and then I just had some other things. I had school, summer classes, ass.
Oh, fuck summer classes.
Hey, but the good thing is they're all online now. So
okay, that's not.
I used to have to drive to Cincinnati every Thursday.
I was I remember when I looked into doing summer classes, but like I would have had to be like at Ohio Wesleyan. I was like, fuck that. Like just for like an hour of my day, I had to be in Delaware. I was like, you know what, screw that. Or
you weren't allowed to drive?
No, I was. I just didn't want to do it.
Oh, well,
like I didn't want to drive an hour to be there an hour to drive back an hour.
Yeah, the only reason I was God, I freaking got a burp.
Those burps, man, they'll get you.
Well, anyway, yeah, the only reason I'm taking summer classes right now is so I can graduate next August. So I'll be done with my master's next August.
Yeah, we talked about that, I think, on
your
other episode.
Dude, some of the stuff I've learned in my master's class is kind of crazy.
Do you ever think you'd be taking master's classes?
Honestly, ever since I went out of my junior college at Owens, and I had a like good GPA, I've always kind of like I've always gave myself that goal to get above my bachelor's degree. Where's a bachelor? Yeah,
bachelor's is what you get when you graduate. Yeah. Are you sure you're getting your master's?
No, I'm getting my undergrad.
There we go.
I don't know. Associates, bachelor's, master's, PhD, doctor.
Okay, listen. None of us will ever be getting our PhD. Well, if you get your PhD, buddy.
I've been thinking about it.
Oh, Jesus.
Not right now. Not right now. I was gonna. If there's a job that's like opening for it, then I probably would.
Fair enough.
If I ever come down that road, I probably would go back and get it. But master's is the farthest I'll go for right now. But if there's like a job that like requires it, then yeah, I would probably end up getting it. I'll probably just do it online somewhere.
And most of the time, if they require it, like they'll pay for it for that company. Yeah, they'll pay for it.
It's funny enough because a lady in my class, she works at a hospital. She does like, I forget what she does. She does like all the inventory and.
But we're back after that quick little break of me having to go take a shit.
Go take a shit on a cat. Okay. But yeah. What?
I don't remember. We were talking Cutco, but
we were talking about something else. So we finished Cutco.
We're gonna.
I did want to say one more thing about Cutco.
What's up?
If any of you listeners out there know your parents want to buy anything, let me know.
Inserting his own promo.
Well, this is free promotion right here.
Whoa! No, you're paying me to be on here. I'm famous.
Well, it looks like I'm leaving.
I'm just kidding. You want to hear this new music that Dante's been working on?
Mm-hmm.
So this is just the first. Yeah. It might even be like in this episode. I don't know because this episode comes out in a couple weeks. But this is what his Hold My Beer.
That's who I need to see is Dante. Dante, so, if you hear this, I need to see you.
You listened to mine and Dante's episode,
I did.
Correct? All right. So what we're gonna do is all three of us are gonna do a Hold My Beer episode.
I thought we were doing this one.
No, this one's individual. Dante has his own individual. Then we're gonna do a three-way.
When will that be?
We'll have a three-way.
That's cute.
I don't know. Let's see. Those cats are going crazy upstairs. So you're this Hold My Beer. 126 is with Dante. 136 is with Sierra.
Ooh.
And then 146. So we will not have it until November. You'll be back at school.
I could probably figure something out.
We could do it on a weekend, or we could
we could probably do it on a weekend.
Or if we had to push it back and record it.
I won't have baseball.
Thanksgiving break.
It doesn't
We'll figure something out. But yeah, that's when
I'm going to Key West in December.
Must be nice.
Yeah, he and his family invited me.
Damn.
Yep.
I'm going to the beach next year, but anyway,
I'm going to the beach here in 2 weeks.
Oh yeah, that's why we had to
connected.
Hey, let's hear Dante's thing.
My phone just died, so I'm gonna have to plug my phone in, and then we'll have to go.
All right. Well, we can talk about something else. So Cole, what's your what's your favorite color, Cole?
My favorite color is red and black.
Oh, makes sense.
What gave that away?
I should have thought. What's your favorite food?
Scott, do you not remember we answered the question, what is our favorite color, on Q&A Friday? Or no, you weren't on
Dude,
Q&A Friday.
I don't know. I don't remember.
You haven't done a Q&A Friday. Have you?
I don't think so.
No, it's you or me or let's see.
All I know is I remember Sierra asking all the questions on one of the podcasts that you did. I don't know a Sierra, but I mean,
oh no, it was. She asked a lot of questions for me. She does. She I tell her
she's very supportive.
Well, I don't get enough questions. People don't send them in, so she comes up. She comes up with good ones.
Next Q&A Friday.
Send them over to Roughnecks Podcast.
If you send in 5 questions, I'll give you $50.
That was pretty dumb of you. He will not give you $50. Let's see. Q&A 5 was Cole Antle.
Oh, Mitch Lore, dude. He's pretty good, dude. I saw his brother the other weekend. I played baseball against him.
The little one.
Yeah, how was Mitch doing? He was a good dude.
Good. His episode.
I listened to it.
Sorry, I'm trying to. Q&A 4.
Got old client next one.
Speaks 3.
You did 2 with Robert Speaks.
So I did one episode where it became a part of.
Oh, you can talk so long. That doesn't surprise me.
And then he was on a Q&A Friday with me.
That's awesome.
Q&A. I can't even remember who all has done Q&A. Beachy, that's right. Beach did one with me. And then
not me.
Dante. And I think the first Q&A. No, you were the first.
Was I the first Q&A? Oh, yeah.
No, I did it by myself.
Oh.
We answered questions, but I did a Q&A Friday by myself.
I remember doing that one because I was at Wilmington. We did that one over Zoom.
Over Zoom. I don't even use Zoom anymore. Zoom screwed me over.
Why? Because you couldn't use Ohio Wesleyan's.
Oh no, it wasn't even that. They changed it for everybody because now nobody's fucking using Zoom. So you have to buy.
I use Zoom today.
Well, the free version doesn't allow you to do.
It does.
It kept kicking me off.
Well, if you have more than 2 people on it, or 3 people,
it was doing it with 2 people.
Not anymore. I used it today.
It kept kicking me off with no matter what. I did it for like 3 episodes in a row, and it kept kicking me off. So I said, "Screw you, Zoom." So now I use Ring Central.
Yeah. Don't use Google Meets. Google Meets is trash.
I'm not a big fan of it. That's why somebody recommended it to me. And
I've used it for all of my demos up until today. Never again.
You use Zoom?
I used Zoom today. I had no problem.
Zoom's easy, and it's easy to work through schedule and everything.
Other than my last Zoom, I had someone shadow me because I have to do that for my assistant manager job, and it's called field training, and I had to restart it. So,
after 40 minutes or whatever.
Yeah.
How long does it usually take you to do a?
Anywhere from it depends. If we talk for a little bit at the beginning, then it probably takes me about an hour and 10 minutes. If you don't really talk much and the other person isn't as talkative, it takes about 45 minutes. If they end up buying something, it probably takes about 30.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Because usually they make up their mind pretty quick.
Yeah. So I mean, like, if I show them like the first like 3 sets, so we have 3 sets: the ultimate, signature, and the homemaker. The ultimates for people who love to cook. Signatures for people who like to cook. Homemakers for people who have to cook. Usually if they figure out their mind, they'll be like, "Oh yeah, I'll get the homemaker." Okay, just give me your credit card.
So I can make $500, $400, whatever it
is. If I sell an ultimate, I'd probably make about $600, and that's how.
So, do we like the new setup?
I like it.
Should this be the podcast setup is what I'm asking. Because Sierra was like, why are you recording downstairs?
I like it. I mean, upstairs couch is comfy, don't get me wrong.
But if we couldn't sit on that futon.
Oh, no, that futon almost made me alive. I'm not going to lie.
You sit down and you just fall down in it.
I thought I was gonna.
This one's got the cup holders on the side, and we can pull the table kind of close. And how we can pull this table.
we could kind of get close.
Yeah, well, that's the best part. See, we could actually lean back. I like this.
I mean,
plus the flags in the background. I got my sponsors, which are Busch Light and Yee Yee. Just kidding. They need to sponsor. Both of those need to sponsor my podcast.
Shut up, Cole.
Hey, I'm recording with the Yee Yee guys again.
I know.
Both of them.
I heard you say that.
And I need to talk to Hayden. I need to message him again. But they'll all be back on.
If any of them want cocoa, let me know.
Hayden likes to cook.
Bingo. Send me his number.
I don't have his number. I only have Chris's number. But I'm pretty sure it's his work phone, so oh well. I don't have anybody else's number.
Dang it. Well, anyway, yeah. So
the new setup. The new setup is nice though.
Yeah, so what have you been up to, Cole? Other than podcasting and putting in polls?
Working, and we've recently been expanding our horizons, and we're about to start.
Don't tell me you're about to have a kid.
Oh hell no!
Okay,
we've got to get married first.
Of course. Well, you just kind of made that be like, oh, we're expanding our horizon.
Yes, and we're
about to have a kid.
No, absolutely not. No, what do we do? We're about to start disc golfing.
Ooh, I see. I've never been big in disc golfing. I know.
We haven't done it.
I've
done it once, but
a lot of guys on my team disc golf, and
it's just simple. You just throw a frisbee. I mean, it's hard. Don't get me wrong, but you just throw a frisbee.
I know,
and it's good work.
But here's the thing: I'm not good at throwing frisbees.
Oh, I'm pretty good at it. I must say so myself. I mean, I threw one about 80 yards on the dime. So, we bought the whole disc golf set with the putter mid range.
Well, here's the thing about disc golf: it's cheap.
It's free.
You gotta buy a disc and all that.
Yeah, I mean, but in reality, you could use a typical frisbee.
Oh yeah,
you don't even have to go buy.
But
our frisbees are right there.
I mean, you might as well go all out. I mean, do you have a bag for them?
We have it's to your left, babe. Your left. There's our hiking bag that she bought. We're just gonna use that. But
my buddy has a whole ass bag. And he whips it out. He's like,
see, we've only bought one set so far. We've got one putter, one driver, one mid range.
I mean, if you don't go often.
And this is just the kind of test, to see if it's worth buying another set.
See, I've never been. I've always been interested, but I knew I sucked at throwing frisbees. But as a baseball player, I mean, most baseball players are pretty athletic. I mean, let's be real.
I mean, we could do it one day.
We compete. We compete in every sport that we play in.
So we could, fill a book bag with, frisbees and beer.
Adult beverages.
Yes. Maybe a few seltzers.
Yeah.
Some Busch Apple. Yeah. But no, there's one at Evans and Hebron.
Oh, isn't there baseball fields there?
Yeah, the baseball fields, the basketball courts, that one right there.
Yeah, I know exactly where that's at.
Yeah, that one. There's one back behind it. There's fields. There's one there.
Is it nice?
Yeah, it's not bad. I've played there. That's the only place I've ever actually done it.
Wilmington has a frisbee.
Really?
Yeah. It's from the people that play that I know. It's not that great. So.
Yeah, and then there's one actually a mile down the road, I guess.
Nice.
I didn't know, but I think we're gonna go play that one tomorrow morning.
Nice.
Try it out. But we've also been getting into golf.
Oh, well, there you go.
I've been into golf.
There's a real man sport.
Into golf.
There is a sport. Hey, that hole number 1, Broadview.
The easy hole
with the pond right there in front.
Yeah, the easy hole.
Yeah, I almost drove that shit.
Yeah, hole. You drove the hole. Drove the green.
Yeah, I almost drove the green.
That is one of the first holes I ever birdied. I think it was the first or second hole I ever birdied.
Yeah, you see, I almost drove the green, then I 4-putted. So don't want to talk about it.
Oh, I've done that before, where I've drove right. You get a good drive up on top of the hill. You don't go down the right side on the hill.
Yeah.
So I got up on, and I chipped up right 20 feet from the hole, and then I 4-putted too. It's so easy to get to that green, but once you get to that green's so hard to read.
Yeah, it's super tough because it's like
no matter where the hole's at.
Yeah, there was one time I hit it about like 50 yards from the road.
Get myself all caught up here.
So I was trying to play my slice, and I hit it straight for the first time like ever, and I hit it like 50 yards from the road. You know if you keep going past those houses right there, and you go down past those houses, there's that area that's just open. I hit it right in there, and it's about 50 yards from the road. It's pretty insane.
Nice. So you want to hear this music now that my phone's on?
Sure.
I mean, it's just a real quick clip.
Sure. Yeah.
Actually, I gotta reconnect my phone because my phone
D-Fair.
D-Fair, and your CalScott. It's been that way since high school. Never changed.
Never changed.
Connected. So this is the first one he sent me. He's gonna send me more, but this is
better.
A potential one. So I was thinking, like, at this part, finding a clip from an episode that's like put something funny, and like that says "Hold my beer" or something. I'm putting it in there, and then it goes into that.
I like it.
I don't know. It's potential. It's got potential.
I like it a lot.
But should we give Dante a call on this?
Give Dante a call? Like, call him?
Yeah.
Sure. Do you ever listen to the Nelk Boys?
To what?
The Nelk Boys. Hey, Dante.
You're on the podcast.
What's up, everyone?
Jesus Christ.
We are recording. We're recording "Hold My Beer" number 4, 5, something like that.
Hey, okay.
Hold on, let me call you back on the phone so I can connect you to Bluetooth. Why won't it work? Why won't it work? It won't connect to my Bluetooth.
Technical difficulties.
Always have technical difficulties. Oh, you just turned Bluetooth. Oh, what did you do?
Hit rock. I want to hear some rock music.
It doesn't sound the same. It's MC sounds better voice wise. We were talking about the "Hold My Beer" music, and the funny thing is the music we're talking about it, but the listeners would already hear it by the time this episode comes out.
Oh yeah, did you already add that?
So I don't know if I'm doing that one. I was waiting to see what other ones you had too.
Yeah, I was on like a freaking 4-day just
Bender.
complete nooner.
Yeah, I saw every one of your story posts
Nooner.
was about the nooners.
Nooners.
Yeah, my only objective this weekend was completely deleting high notes. But I'm gonna make a couple more beats and send them over.
So this episode doesn't come out.
My only objective was to complete some nooners.
This episode will come
That's
out
awesome.
on. We're recording it way early, but this doesn't come out till the 22nd. So you got like 2 weeks.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, that's perfect.
So yeah, once we get that out, I want it for that episode though. So
For sure. Yeah, I'll definitely get you over like 2 or 3 more.
and then we'll eventually be recording a 3-way of us 3 in a "Hold My Beer" episode.
Oh my, yes, that has to happen.
And I'll have pizza rolls in the crock pot.
Oh God.
Yes, sir. We're throwing it back.
Taking it back to the old days.
We gotta make
Jesus.
sure Scott doesn't eat too many though.
Hey, I'm not that fat. Shut up.
No, not even that. You'll throw them up.
Yeah.
You went a little too far. Back in the day when I could barely drink a Busch Light
Yeah.
or Bud
We
Light.
had Miller Light
Was
usually.
it? Oh yeah, it was Miller.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
that's
Shit,
probably why.
I can barely drink a Miller now. God, that tastes like piss. Hannah's gonna be pissed if she listens to this.
All right, Dante, get some music over to me within the next couple weeks, and then we'll definitely be on for another podcast.
Bye, Dante.
Will do, brother. Hey, it's nice to talk to y'all.
Later.
Bye, Dante.
Today's episode is brought to you by roughneckspodcast.com. If you want to support the podcast, then head over to roughneckspodcast.com and grab you some of that Roughnecks merch. We have everything from t-shirts, long sleeves, sweatshirts, hats, and many more. Stay up to date on the website for new merch coming every couple months. You can place an order and it'll get sent directly to your door, and I don't even take any of the money from it. The money gets put right back into the podcast to continue to improve it for you. If you can't afford to buy some merch this time, then simply just subscribe to the newsletter and it'll keep you up to date on all the new things that are coming. I appreciate all of the support you guys give. It doesn't go unnoticed. Let's get back to today's episode.
I do have a surprise for you.
Got a surprise? Do I have to close my eyes, hold my hands out?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do it anyway.
Why not?
So you're gonna fucking if it's Fireball, I'm not doing it. It is Fireball. God, I thought you said you can't do Fireball anymore.
I can do it every once in a while. I guess I'll do this Fireball shot by myself. Taste brings back memories. A lot of memories.
Is it good, Cole?
Oh yeah, it brings back a lot of memories. I miss it. Not really. See, but the thing is, these little shots that they do at the gas station, they're not as strong.
You want to hear a funny story?
Fireball story?
No. Just a story about I was in a gas station 2 weeks ago. I was getting a bang. I was about to drive up to Akron for a conference, and there was a guy in there. He had a big shot of Fireball, but about I think it was 2 or 3 shots. The same.
Oh yeah, the bigger bottles. They're like not like one that you'd buy at the liquor store.
Yeah,
but like it's like an in between of the small little bottles and the normal bottle that you buy at the liquor store.
Yeah. So this so I walked up there. There was a guy with a Fireball. You know those cream pies they used to buy at the
York cream pies?
Yeah, on the York Road.
Oh fuck, dude! I eat those daily.
He bought one of those and a pack of cigs.
That's just the most masculine thing that where was this at?
It was at 7. It was about 7:30 in the morning. He was buying a shot, cigs, and one of those pies.
Where was this at?
York Road.
Oh, that is the most Pataskala thing I've ever heard. That's actually more Newark in general. Like that, I feel like that's more of a Newark thing. But
yeah,
dude, he was definitely on his way to work, and he's like, you know what? I'm gonna get my Fireball in. I'm gonna get my breakfast with my oatmeal cream pie, and I got my cigs for the day.
It looked like he was looks like he was already having a rough day. And it was only 7:30. That poor guy.
Rough day. I always have a rough day when it's 7:30.
Yeah, I just find it funny that he bought a Fireball at 7:30 in the morning.
Hey, you can't judge a man, all right? I feel like we've definitely taken a Fireball shot at close to 7 in the morning, but it's because we haven't gone to bed yet.
Yeah, probably
we definitely had a couple of those nights.
Yeah, those were some rough nights.
I don't ever want to go back to those nights. I mean, yes, it was a lot of fun, but I couldn't handle those nights anymore.
Oh man,
the good old days. Man. We'll definitely talk about more of the good old days when we do the 3-way. We have a 3-way with Dante.
Yeah, remember that one night when we all went over after the basketball game? We were like freshmen in college.
Basketball.
We bought those tall boys. We all had like 3 tall boys to ourselves.
Because
I thought it was a great idea to get tall boys.
Well, that was all we could get. Really. Well, I mean, it was your idea because it was cheaper. It was $2 a piece.
It was cheaper.
So we should have just bought a 30 rack of Bush.
Yeah,
but no one wanted. Who did all we have? Because
it was just me, you, and Dante.
No, I think Zane was there that night too.
Was he? I don't know. It was in December in
you passed out on the couch so early.
I was on your bed, dude.
No, you were on the couch at one point.
Well, you know how if I'm sitting on a couch, not doing anything, just kind of talking, I'm going to be out in 30 minutes.
Yeah, I know.
I gotta be standing up doing something.
But you're also like an old man that.
I know. They call me they call me Pat Paul for a reason.
Yeah, no shit. You're in bed by anymore. That's kind of how I am. I like.
Wait, let me run you through my day real quick. So I'm up at 6 every morning. I go and work out. Come back for an 8:00 meeting. I work from about 12 to 7:30 at night. I get homework done. Go back to bed at about 10.
That ain't that bad.
No, I mean, I'm home all day. I mean, can't tell me I'm wrong there. I mean, shit, I could be working for Amazon, sweating my ass off in those trucks. Oh, God, dude, don't even get me started. Don't even get me started right now on those damn trucks, dude.
Do we want to go through merch instead?
Merch and what?
You want to go through merch? I'll show you the new merch that's coming out because by the time this episode comes out, your episode comes out.
Hey, when do those American flags stop? They're
already out.
One. I know, but when do they stop?
I don't know if I'm going to take them off the website because they already are my bestseller.
Okay, well, I'm trying to. So money's kind of tight, so I'm trying to fix a way around to give me one.
I can get you a little bit of a discount.
I know you already sent me that code, so
just don't tell anybody.
Well, I'm a family friend, so
no, you're a guest, so you get a discount.
Oh,
all my guests get discount.
Okay.
But
well,
also,
okay, then I'm a guest.
Oh, I need to send her. But yeah, so I have by the time this episode comes out, like it's a week into the summer drop.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna go through. We're gonna go through. What's the first thing I was gonna show?
I swear to God, if there's flip flops on these things, I'm gonna kill you.
No. The first thing I preview is this.
Okay, the white shirt.
The white shirt.
That's kind of sweet.
You can only wear it with a tan, otherwise it looks weird. The Wi-Fi.
Wait, what? You can only wear with tan.
With a tan. It looks good with a tan.
With the tan. If you have a tan. So I mean, like, I always have a tan.
You're Cuban or something.
I'm Italian.
Italiano. Oh, I X'd out of it.
Well, my mom's Italian, actually. Part Italian. I'm only probably a little bit Italian and then German. And there's probably a couple other shit that I am.
First thing, right there. The white roughneck shirt. Just, different color. A little bit different.
I like it.
So that's the first one. The second thing is the same, idea. But where's it at?
I got a question for you. How did you make all your websites and all that?
So I had somebody make it for me. If you guys need a plug, I can get you guys hooked up. John Parrott actually made my website for me, and then he recommended Printful, which is where you have to pay for it, but it's like a yearly subscription. But like you sell a couple shirts, it kind of makes you make your money back.
Oh, I mean, I'm sure.
But this is print on demand. That's what's nice.
So,
and I never do anything I don't have to do anything with it. So if you ordered the American flag, the 4th of July shirt right now, they'd get the order, they'd make it, they'd ship it out for me.
And you wouldn't do anything?
And I just get paid.
Gotcha.
So that's kind of why, but I went with that. But
buy roughneck shirts so Cole can get a third third
microphone. I need a new soundboard
by November, so we can make this.
I need
dream.
A new soundboard too.
We need this dream to come true of me, Dante, and Cole all in one podcast.
Finally having a 3-way.
Yeah,
but
I didn't say that. Cole did
though. So yeah, we got the red roughneck shirt. Definitely, it's one of my favorites. Just because I don't know, I like that.
But I like the red.
Here's something that's a little bit different than what I typically do. But it fits me personally.
The blue one? Oh
no! Wait,
I like that one. I'm not gonna lie to you. I like that one.
This is the fishing shirt.
Oh! Is there? You come out of a fishing shirt?
It's a regular T-shirt, but it's got something on the back.
If it's something about dip, I'm gonna freaking deck you in the face.
No. It's simple that I put on the back. It cost me fucking over $5 just to put my bowl on the front of my shirt. Just a little tiny bowl.
That's stupid.
That's the back. Here we go. Hold on. Here's
loading.
The back. I'm coming. It's coming. I promise it's loading.
Okay, that's pretty sweet. How much extra does that cost you?
I don't know.
It's included.
I don't know. So maybe it cost me 5. I don't know. I don't know exactly how it works, but
How did you make that? Did you make that
Clip art.
yourself?
yeah, I mean, it took me a little bit, but
That's pretty dope. I don't know why.
the American flag shirt.
Kind of surprised that's not out right now with 4th of July.
I didn't want to drop too much before I wanted to still have stuff to drop all at once.
Mm-hmm.
So I saved this one. I didn't want to release all the good stuff before the drop. So still got this one.
Who runs all your social media? Is it Sierra?
Nope, me.
Oh, you do?
I do everything.
I just didn't know since she was down here taking pictures.
She takes pictures for me when I record, which I highly appreciate. She's usually my tech girl. Tonight she's sitting upstairs.
She don't want to listen to our exciting conversation.
She wants to listen to it real time, or not real time. She wants to listen to it,
That's fair.
like a regular guest.
Give you a view.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
she still listens to every episode. I give her credit, a lot of credit. I appreciate her. She's pretty awesome.
Yeah. I'll have to throw
The man tank.
I like the man take.
I will never wear a man tank, but I
like the red. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, the red's something different.
See, I'm not a big fan of the man take, but I do like that red. So I got a question for you. Prediction. Ohio State. What we go this year? If you tell me a fucking loss, I'm gonna be pissed. You say, oh, they lose to Notre Dame. I'm gonna tell you, shut the hell up right now.
Ohio State loses. Let's be honest. If Ohio State loses, it'll be a game that we should not lose. Like a bullshit game.
Like
a
in
Michigan
Indiana?
State or an Indiana or something like that.
Michigan State's probably gonna be pretty good again, though. That's fair. I like that. See, that's respectable because
That's when we fuck it up ourselves.
Unfortunately, that is how it typically happens.
Yes.
I don't think we lose to Michigan. I don't think we lose to Notre Dame.
Like last year when we lost to Michigan, a game we should not have lost. Let's look at the schedule. Notre Dame.
W. I got 49.
I think it'll be close in the first half, and then we'll pull away.
Yes, that's how
Because it's the first.
So I got 49-27. Arkansas is going to be a blowout. Toledo's going to be a blowout. Wisconsin, is that home? I think it's home.
Notre Dame at Ohio State. Arkansas State at Ohio State. I think. Oh yeah. So it's home. Because Notre Dame's home.
Okay. Yeah, that's a W. I got
a W. Rutgers could be the sleeper team that
no.
I'm just saying it could be the sleeper team.
What do you think about UCLA and USC? That's crazy. Are you telling me? I mean, and
you know why they
from the
did
West
that?
Coast? Why?
It's a money scheme.
Oh yeah,
That's
well,
all
I mean,
about money. It's tradition there. Like in both those schools.
And I heard Notre Dame is going to come in the Big Ten because
that'd be the best thing for Notre Dame.
USC rivalry, Michigan rivalry.
That would be the best thing for Notre Dame themselves because I feel like they kind of get overlooked sometimes because of who they play. Now their schedule just increases. Like it will make them more of an elite football team.
So you want to know the one game that worries me on this board right here that we're looking at?
Northwestern.
Nope. Penn State. It's at Penn State. It's gonna be a night game. If you don't think that's gonna be a night game, you're dumb and you shouldn't be an Ohio State fan.
Even if Penn State's sucking, it's still gonna be a night game.
Yeah.
Like if Penn State could have a record.
Anyway, we haven't lost Penn State since 2015. It's bound to happen. And I'm afraid this year. Just because
we never play well at Penn State, especially. No one plays well at Penn State at night.
No, but we have been in the past like 3 times we've played there though. So I think the last time they beat us was at home when they made that field goal at like the last second. Or was that Michigan State? That was Michigan State, wasn't it?
Michigan State.
Michigan State did that. Yeah, I mean, it was Michigan State because the guy did the fucking windmill down the middle of the turf, and I thought I was gonna go out there and just deck them. But anyway, I think we'll go 12-0. I think we'll make it to the national championship. That I don't know. I got to see who we're playing.
This year also is going to be weird now with the NIL.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. We got CJ Stroud. Dude, we're loaded.
We're loaded. I mean, Smith and Jigba.
It's national championship or bust.
That's every year.
No, last year at the beginning of the year, I knew we weren't going to go farther than the Rose Bowl.
I mean, Rose Bowl is. I mean, it's a disappointment for us to go to the Rose Bowl. Like, we should be in the CFP.
See, yes and no. I mean, I'm always happy to win a Rose Bowl. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I was still jumping up and down.
Tradition. Like, that's.
I was still jumping up and down while we were playing that game. But I mean, at the same time, yeah, I went to the CFP in January. Holy shit. That place was bumping. And there was 2 SEC teams traveling to Indiana.
Oh, yeah.
I met 2 Georgia fans at a bar one night while I was down there, while I was in Indiana. And they were like, how do you guys do this? It's freezing here. It's 30 degrees. What do you mean?
That's a typical Tuesday night in the winter.
Yeah. They're like, yeah, it's 30 degrees. I'm freezing. And I was like, whatever. They were real nice. The one guy actually played in the pros baseball. He played professional baseball for like 5 or 6 years. Really good dude. He played baseball at Georgia. But yeah. I forget his name, but he's a cool dude. We talked for a little bit. But anyway, yeah, I got 12-0 national championship. Either CJ Stroud or Smith Najigma wins the Heisman. I met Jack Sawyer the other day.
I don't know about that.
I met Jack Sawyer the other day, dude.
I saw that.
Dude, that was fucking crazy. Because here's the thing. I was walking out of a vitamin shop.
Dude, you know he goes to Crossroads all the time. His dad's like part owner.
Isn't that a church?
No, Crossroads. The frickin' right there in the corner of 40 and 13.
The bar?
Yeah, like it's like a pub, but they also have food there and shit too.
Well, I didn't know.
It's a family-friendly place. Well, it's not really a bar, but it is.
Well, anyway, I walked out. I was on campus. I was at the vitamin shop on campus. And I walked out and I looked over and I was like, that's Jack Sawyer. And he kept looking at me like I was like, I wasn't gonna say anything, be respectful of his privacy and all that. And I looked back over and he's looking at me. So I was like, okay, that's kind of weird. I looked back over and he's still looking at me and I was like, what's up, Jack? And he's like, dude, you look familiar. And I was like, no fucking way this guy just said that to me.
He went to Pickerington.
He's gonna be a 1st-round draft pick. And he just told me, he's like, yeah, you look familiar. Well, here's the thing. So do you know Trey Cummins?
Yeah.
His dad and stepmom are good friends with the Sawyers.
Yeah.
And I would assume he was probably on Facebook and must have saw a picture of me and I don't know. So maybe I don't know. I don't know how the
dude. Did he play baseball?
No.
I thought he did.
No, I don't think so. But I honestly have no clue how he know me. That's the thing. He's like, yeah, you look familiar. I'm like, fuck.
I need to hit him up and get him on the podcast.
You should,
because I have some connections to him. We put in a pool for the dad of the daughter he used to date.
Dude, you should.
I'll message him right now on this podcast.
Oh, I'm sure he'd probably be down to. When I met him, he's a real nice guy. I was like, is it cool if you get a picture? He's like, oh yeah, absolutely, dude. Just give him. There was like 2 other Buckeye guys with him. They're getting suits, and I was like, what are you guys getting suits for? And he's like, oh, draft's coming, or what's the draft? There was some there's something going on. How I say that they need suits for. I was like, oh, that's cool. It's cool. He's like, yeah, just give this guy your phone and we can get a couple pictures. I was like, sweet, yeah. He was real nice about it. I mean, no problem. I mean, they're probably used to it. I mean, be real now. Kind of felt like a fanboy a little bit. But I mean, living in Columbus, always gonna be a big Buckeye fan. So.
Well, that's like me, dude. Like when I went to the concert, the Granger concert, and I was like, I'd already had them on the podcast, and I was meeting up with his tour manager, the bus drivers, all these people that I like kind of knew already.
You met,
but I felt like a fanboy. Like when I was there, I was like, dude, this is so cool. I was like, hey, but I played it off. I was like, can we get a picture for the podcast?
That's funny.
But I should have asked Granger when I get in my meet and greet if he just came on the podcast. That'd been awesome.
That'd been sweet.
Maybe I'll send him another message. I just messaged Jack. Let's see if Jack responds. If not, I may. Oh, he's got a business inquiries email.
Oh, NIL.
He only has 7 posts.
Well, I mean, his NIL. He probably has to have something. I'm sure. You know, Ohio State has classes on that, right? They do like classes.
Oh yeah, they
like
are forced to make it. Like they have to take that class.
Well, yeah, because their football players make like probably $250,000 each year.
Yeah, that'd be nuts. What's his NIL right now?
I don't know. You probably look it up. CJ Stroud is up there too.
I saw his deals that he has.
Yeah, you know, Coughlin of Pataskala did CJ Stroud's car deal last year.
I know he's got a truck. I knew that. He's with Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah, I was talking about CJ.
Yeah,
they did CJ, Mayon Williams, Harrison. Gosh, why can't I think of his first name right now? But anyway, yeah, Coughlin of Pataskala. They did some NIL deals for Ohio State, which is pretty cool. That's where I bought my car at too.
Nice.
You know, I'm just basically part of the team now.
Yeah. You wish.
I do. That'd be sweet.
You wish you could have some rings and stuff. Did you ever see the guy that I had on? He coached at How Wasn't with me, Fankhauser? Or not with me, sorry.
Yeah. I listened to that one, yeah.
Did you ever see the post I made of all the stuff he has?
I don't know. I can't remember, dude.
It's been so long ago. He was on episode like 7.
Yeah, but crazy. He went to Ohio State, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, listen to that one.
Are you thinking of Saunders or are you thinking of Fankhauser?
No.
Because I had 2.
I listened to both of them. Because I remember how...
Look, there's your ugly mug.
Don't hate. You're going to fold or you're going to keep fighting and keep going after it. I wonder where that hat's at. You need to find that hat. Give 100%. I mean, yeah, your body's going to be sore one day. I mean, shoot, I have... Both my knees are killing me. Also, my knees no longer kill me because I do lunges every day.
Lunge every day?
You think I'm kidding?
I know you're not kidding. I see it on your Snapchat story every single day.
Don't you see these pythons? Look at them.
Shit, dude, easy with that. I don't know about all that.
You're lucky. Look at these.
Oh, I see them.
No, you don't. You're not even looking.
Oh,
see?
yeah.
See, look.
Here we go. Fankhauser.
Yeah, he was a walk-on.
Him and Ryan Day. His Big Ten ring. Gold pants.
And I remember who's the wide receiver you had on?
Stroud. Or not Saunders.
CJ Saunders.
I texted him. I have his number. Texted him about coming back on. He's just kind of busy right now. So I might actually text him right now to see if he has time this week to record.
Who?
Saunders.
Is he still playing?
Panthers.
Still with Panthers? Good for him. Good for him. I didn't know that. See, I'm not a big NFL guy.
Me neither.
I mean, yeah, I watched the Bengals this year just because they're good. Other than that, I mean,
yeah, the first time the Bengals have been good in a long time.
Yeah. Also, update from my last podcast. I didn't know if I got first or second team. I got second team.
How much did that piss you up? Did you go to the bar?
No.
You didn't invite me.
Dude, why would I go to the bar for getting second team?
To drink your sorrows away.
Why do you think I've been up at 6 a.m. every morning?
To drink your sorrows away. I mean, to lunch.
No, actually, funny enough, I don't lunch until
you lunch in the evening. Yeah,
I do.
Yeah.
Like, well,
there's only 2 people that I know that are so consistent on their lunges that I follow at least. And it's you and Mitch Lore.
Dude, Mitch Lore's I can only go for about like 10 minutes. Mitch Lore does
he does
like half miles.
Yeah, he does 800 meters.
See,
he does 400.
I think he does both.
Most of the time, I'm pretty sure he does 400.
See, I do it just for my knees. Because I believe it's helped me.
Check out, something that you could potentially look at is Leo supplements, platinum joint support. I started taking it, and I swear to God, it does help. My ankles don't pop as
See-
much.
see-
I don't like, dude. For a while, like every time I get up off the couch, I felt like a fucking old man. Where I was like, like your knees just ache.
I'm sure it's a great supplement. I'm sure it has a lot of vitamins in there. I'm sure it has a bunch of omegas and all that in there. Like what you need. You do need your omegas, but honestly, lunges. Ever since I've started doing them, my hips. So what I found out is my hips are the reason why my knees hurt. So I
need to come up with a noise,
So-
like something to play or something that
Yeah.
people have to say every time you open a beer.
good.
We've talked about this for 4 Hold My Beers episodes, and I still have yet to come up with one.
Bush.
But not everybody drinks Bush.
I know. But anyway, so my lunges
Me
they
and
help.
Clayton did a goat noise.
But anyway, my lunges they help with like my knees and all that. But anyway, you guys don't want to listen to that. So cool. When
Shut up, Tony. I don't even know where you're going with this, but I don't like it.
I was just about to ask
We
you
got about a
when are you gonna let me come hunting with you? I mean,
I was actually going to ask you if you're looking at the bow right now, ain't you?
I am. I've been waiting to go hunting with you, and you have ignored me every time I ask
Everybody
you.
wants to go hunting where I go hunting.
Well, the fuck. I mean, I've asked you for 4 years now, dude.
Nobody goes hunting where I go hunting besides myself.
Yeah, and your
And
best
family.
buddy friend.
No, I don't like to give it up. I don't have anything good on camera yet. I just checked cameras for the first time this year. Over 4th of July weekend.
Didn't you just get a nice buck last year?
Not last year. I had a nice
Was
one on
that 2
camera
years
last
ago?
2 years ago. I killed that 10-pointer. He wasn't. I mean, he was a nice buck, but he wasn't anything crazy. He didn't score well. I don't know what he
Gotcha.
scored. He wouldn't score well. Let's put it that way. I mean, but for a first buck, I mean, I definitely can't complain. I'm by no means a trophy hunter.
Hey, you want to know who killed their first buck before you?
Who?
You're looking at him.
When did you kill a buck?
Dude, I killed a buck.
You got to take a picture of it, otherwise it doesn't count.
Okay, I'll show you a picture.
Dude, my sister killed. You saw the buck my sister killed. That pissed me off. Not pissed me off. I was so happy, but I was like, God damn it.
I did not.
Isn't it weird to think sometimes like the people's numbers that you have that are like famous, but you don't really think anything of it?
No, I don't have famous people's phone numbers. Cool. Why are you flexing on me right now?
I'm not trying to flex on you, but like sometimes I look at my phone and I'm like, man, I've been texting CJ Saunders, Chris Lee.
Yeah, I mean, he was a little 8-pointer.
Oh, you did kill a deer before me.
I did.
I'll give it to you.
Jesus, I was fat.
Probably killed a buck before me, or a deer in general before me. I didn't kill mine until.
Well, I hit my car with one. If
That
that
doesn't
counts.
That doesn't count.
Well, I was 17, I think.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Dude, this is all the way back. The first ever Roughnecks post.
Jeez, what was that?
August 31st, 2020. So the 2-year anniversary of this podcast is in September 21st, I believe.
Who's gonna be on that podcast? You gotta do something.
No, I'm doing a fall drop, merch drop
Oh,
that day. It's
There
a
you go.
Wednesday. I might do a bonus episode. I thought about it, but I don't know exactly what I'll do yet. There's not enough time in the day anymore, dude. Look, you
see if Teddy can get back on with you. That'd be dope.
I am working on. I need to get Teddy back on actually.
No, just for that bonus episode, just text him right now and be like, hey man, I got this bonus episode I want to do in August. Let's record like a week before then. That'd be dope.
I want to get him on for a drinking episode, but I don't know if he can do it.
You guys can drink over Zoom.
No, he lives in Ohio. He lives in Delaware.
Does he?
Yeah, he coaches at Ohio Wesleyan.
Oh, I thought that was just a 1-year thing.
No, he's still there, but he's actually a legit coach now. The first couple year or two, he was an intern. Now he's a legit paid coach.
Yeah, I don't know if he'd be able to drink, would he?
That's the problem. He can't, because originally this segment was supposed to be me, Teddy, and Jesse Beachy. All three of us were going to do it every week, even if it was over Zoom or I drove up to Delaware once a month for this episode. And then Jesse pretty much quit drinking, which good for him. I give him credit. He hasn't drank in forever. And Teddy said, I don't think I can do it because of coaching. Which, I mean, it is what it is.
That's fair. Well, I mean,
The things that we talk about sometimes when we're drinking.
Everything has a reason, and obviously, I mean.
Now it's more fun, though, because like I can bring my friends and family on these episodes.
Yeah, and it's probably a little bit more flexible. Also, you don't have to wait for all 3 of you guys to be free.
Oh, they'd not had a choice. We would have done it the week before every time.
Oh, would you have?
Yes, because there is no choice.
That's funny.
Otherwise, I'd record without them and drink by myself.
How is Teddy doing? I haven't talked to him since.
He's doing. I'll tell you a couple things after the podcast potentially, but yeah, he's doing.
That's good.
You see this though? Look at Mondays here.
Is that Josiah Harrell's in MMA?
He might come on in the future.
Huh.
I'm booked all the way through October 31st.
Wow. Good for you.
Yeah, it's
see Coco. I'm only booked through next Tuesday, Monday.
But you can do multiple in a day. Like I can only release so many. I can record so many in a day, but I can only release. I only want to release 2 a week.
And plus, we have this big contest coming up, and we have a phone jam, so we have to do all of our phoning on Sunday. So I'll probably just do that. I'll probably just yeah. But yeah.
Oh man, you got anything you want to wrap up this episode with?
No, just living life.
4th time's a charm.
Yeah.
Get on here 4 times and you're not done.
No, probably won't be my last either.
No, you'll be on here, for a long time.
Long time.
Whenever this podcast decides to call it quits.
Probably when you get a kid.
Nah. The kid will be on here eventually. Think about that. How crazy would that be to have a kid that will eventually be on the podcast? I'd be on episode 3002.
Oh, that's come like some Joe Rogan shit, if you ask me. Joe Rogan does a podcast a day and just sits here and talks and
that is
makes billions.
He does that and the UFC makes a lot off of that, and just his presence places makes him money. So, I mean, the dude's a legend. The dude is a podcast legend.
True,
but thanks for coming on for the 4th time.
Not your
last time.
Thank you.
Until next time.
Yep. Deuces.
Life is hard. It's gonna knock you down just like a bull does to a bull rider. Don't let the bull of life walk all over you. Get up, grab the bull by the horns, and take control of your life.
Bye, everyone.
Roughnecks.
Thank you all for tuning in to this week's episode of the Roughnecks Podcast. If you liked today's episode, then be sure to subscribe, rate, and review, and share it with a friend if you got some value from it. Head over to social media and follow the Roughnecks Podcast on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, and subscribe to that YouTube channel. Don't forget to get you some of that merch by heading over to roughneckspodcast.com and subscribe to the newsletter while you're there. See y'all next week. Roughnecks out.